Hi folks, Greg here, and it's time for another cheese tasting video. And this time, this is a buffalo cheese milk from Italy, which is Camembert. This is Camembert Di Bufala. And the full name is La Casera Camembert Di Bufala. This is a cheese that I bought from Molly Stone's in Sausalito, California. Once you cross the Golden Gate Bridge out of San Francisco and turn right, you're going to go down some hills to Sausalito. And there's a grocery store there called Molly Stone's, which, by the way, Sausalito does not have enough parking for as many people that come into town, but a secret Molly Stone's parking lot does. Just go into the Molly Stone's grocery store and buy something, and that's actually somewhere that you can park in Sausalito. So taking a look at this cheese, they reviewed it on their website, wow, 11 years ago. Camembert Di Bufala, producers La Casera region, Lombardy, Italy. The milk is pasteurized buffalo's milk. The ripening is soft ripened, and the texture is soft and slightly runny, which would describe what I have right here. If you take a look at this cheese, you'll see that it has an ash rind. But looking from the other side, as far as that slightly runny, you can definitely see that. After I opened this, it is definitely leaking, and it is runny. So before I taste this, let's take a deeper dive into it. Camembert Di Bufala. La Casera is a special artisanal cheese shop tucked away in a small village in Verbana, Italy. Proprietor Eros Baratti is a stagnatura, or an ager, of local cheeses, complete with his own aging caves. Who doesn't love cave-aged cheese? La Casera sells cheeses to the surrounding community, and luckily for us, also distributes internationally. Yeah, that's how we got this in San Francisco from Italy. Produced in the northern rolling hills of nearby Lombardy, Camembert Di Bufala is an Italian take on the French classic. La Casera soft ripens this pasteurized buffalo's milk cheese until the rind is firmed and bloomed with a slight white coating, and the inside is soft and creamy. Ooh, I'm looking forward to this. The flavor grows more intense and spicy as it is aged, and provides the perfect complement to your favorite Italian red wines, such as Barolo or Chianti. Okay, so it sounds like a magical place, doesn't it? This cheese shop in Italy, does it exist? According to maps, yes, it does. And here it is, La Casera. Looks like this would be a lovely place to visit. Here's an inside of the store. Another shot from outside, La Casera. And it looks like you can dine here as well. I can't quite see what's on these people's plates, but I suspect they are tasting some fine foods over there in Italy. And does that not look like cheese paradise or what? So let's get to the buffalo thing. They raise buffalo in Italy. Now, that's not something that I had thought about recently. But yes, they do. They raise water buffalo in Italy. So, without going down the whole path of water buffalo in Italy, let me go ahead and taste this cheese because this is you talk about runny. This is really it's really leaking out from both sides now. Look at this. Yeah. Runny is probably the best word to describe this. So let's see what happens when I cut this runny piece in half. Here's what we have. Okay, let's taste it. Italian buffalo cheese from La Casera. Oh, a little bit of the runniness came off. Let me actually try to scoop that up. Okay, got it scooped up. Here we go. Wow. That's a lot to process right there on the palate. First of all, it's a 9 of 10 for sure. That is a world class cheese. And it should be because this is $32 a pound. Um, the age, yes, I get that. It is obvious that this is not a young cheese. I'm getting flavors of wheat, tree nuts, a slight hint of smoke, even though this is not smoked. And I'm getting a feel of maturity, that this is something that has been developed for flavor complexity over time. This is not a young cheese. I have no idea how old this is. Uh, but yeah, La Casera, Camembert Di Bufala, Italian buffalo, or I'm assuming water buffalo cheese. Very, very nice. Yeah, I'm gonna nail this down and finish it. Wow, look at that. Is it runny or what? Here, let me swipe that up with the rind. Wow. Yeah, that's world class. 9 of 10, easy. Maybe even a 10-10. Um, I don't taste Italian water buffalo milk cheese very often. I have before in the past. I don't have any tasting notes because I wasn't reviewing cheese back then. But this is very complex on the palate. And I'm sure for each individual taster, this is going to be a unique experience for you. It's absolutely lovely. No complaints here. $32 a pound if you're in the San Francisco Bay Area. Cross the Golden Gate Bridge, go over to Molly Stone's in Sausalito, and they still have this in the cheese department, even after having reviewed it back in 2014. So the fact that it has stuck around should be concrete proof that this is a fine example of Italian water buffalo milk cheese. Available right here in California, thanks to the fact that La Casera exports. And if I were ever to find myself in the neighborhood of their store in Italy, I would absolutely go by there for sure. So, La Casera, thank you. Thank you for a really nice cheese available to us cheese lovers right here in California. If you're enjoying these videos, there's going to be more. These are inspired by a channel called Tasty Cake. There's a link to it below. Tasty Cake, also known as Reverend Amagon, who inspired me to start doing food tasting videos. And he also created a new weekly variety show that comes on every Sunday called Spill the Geek Tea. Spill the Geek Tea has foodies on it, which should seem natural because we're all geeks in some manner. And I'm a co-host on that show. There will be a link to it below as well. So definitely check it out and see you around on YouTube. Everyone, have a nice